Sabaidi from New York City to everybody. What up, everybody? My name is Sunisa, and welcome to Voices from the LAOboratory Podcast. If it's your first time here, special welcome to you. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that we can continue to build. So, very, very special podcast coming to you today. I'm going to be talking today about retreats. So, first of all, what is a retreat? A retreat is not in the military sense, but in a social sense, is when one withdraws from daily life to usually a secluded place, a place that is quiet, a place where you can really listen to your jai, right? If you're Lao, the jai is very, very important to us. All the things happen to our jai. So a retreat is usually a planned trip, usually from, anywhere from a weekend to a week, where one's activities are planned, meals are usually planned. There's usually a whole itinerary of things for you to do. And so we, LAOboratory, just had our summer retreat in upstate New York, in Rochester, New York. And so I'm going to share a little bit about what we did there, and also want to thank our sponsors and show you a little bit on camera what some of the things were in our goodie bags. And so a couple weekends ago, our group, LAOboratory Peer Coaching Cohort, culminated our spring peer coaching session by going upstate for 3 nights and spending time together. So we stayed at our girl Britta's loft. She has a loft in downtown Rochester that accommodates a small group of, I would say, about 10 people, and we were a group of 7. So we were very, very comfortable in this loft that is, it's at least twice the size of my loft or my apartment here in Brooklyn, New York. And we came from all over. We came from Minnesota, Chicago, New York, New Jersey, and for some of us, it was actually our first time meeting in person, because we have been doing all this work together online, peer coaching, building, supporting each other on social media, making connections offline, by phone, and in person. And so it was really an opportunity for us to be physically in the same space. And of course, not everybody could make it, right? We're adults with lives and families and other obligations. And so shout out to our members who were not able to make it to this retreat. But what did we do? So unfortunately, if you've ever spent time on the East Coast in the summer, you might have experienced how unpredictable the weather is. And so we got a ton of rain. And besides that, we made the most out of it. On the first day, actually the first night, right, we played cards. We played Tham Dang, which is like a traditional Lao card game. If you ever went to birthday parties as a kid and you sat next to your mom was probably playing Tham Dang. If you were sitting with your pops was probably playing Takte. So we played that also. And we weren't even really sure of the rules, so we had to FaceTime our moms like 3 times to get the rules of how to play Tham Dang. And then we still kind of made up our own rules. We played Tham Dang. We woke up the next morning. We had a leisurely breakfast and opened our gift bags. And I'll show you in a minute what were in our gift bags. We went to a winery, Casa Larga, and it rained all the way there, and it rained while we were there. But it was kind of perfect because I facilitated a restorative justice circle at the winery. Yeah, I didn't. You didn't think those two things could go together, but restorative justice and wine, absolutely, you can do those things at a winery. Um, then the weather finally cleared up, and we were able to get outside and get some really nice pictures together before departing and going to get some Southeast Asian food, and we had kapun, and I think somebody also had pho, and then we went back and relaxed before getting ready to go out for the night. And which we went to our girl Brita's new bar in Rochester on the east side. It's called Turntable. It's a really, really cute neighborhood spot right on the corner. Windows open up, really good drinks, extensive soju menu. Go and see our girl there, Brita, at Turntable. Then the next day, we really got rained out from a lot of things that we wanted to do, like go on a boat. And so, what did we do instead? We stayed home and we cooked, and it was actually the best alternative. We woke up, and my girl Noi was like up making kalbiak sen, yeah, hand rolled noodles. This girl was like up kneading and rolling and cutting and really just putting so much love into these noodles that we had that afternoon. We also cooked dinner, and we made tamakung without a cook or a sak. We made tamakung with a meat tenderizer and a big plastic bowl, a sam. But we had padak, so it was all good. All good. And then, yeah, we just spent more time hanging out. And I mean, I was enjoying the rain because the loft had these big, beautiful windows, and you could just hear the rain and feel the rain splashing on the glass. And then the next day was the day that we were departing, and we got treated to a really nice meal at Brita's house as well. So her parents are retired. They have moved back to Laos, but they are currently here in the US visiting. They haven't been here in several years due to COVID, and so they have been staying with Brita and just cooking up a storm. And so when we went over that day, her mom had made miang, she had made kapun, she had made ribs, and so we just chilled with her mom and her dad. We asked them about what retired life in Laos is like. They FaceTime my parents because my parents also know her parents, and so my dad wanted to FaceTime and talk to her dad and tell him that he sent meat up with me. Yes, my dad sent several bags of frozen meats because he heard that I was going up state to see Brita's parents. Loud parent things, right? And then we said goodbye, and then we drove home, and it was just a really, really nice weekend together where we were able to rest, we were able to connect with one another, we were able to connect our families with one another. Like, we kept FaceTiming our parents and like shoving phones in people's faces, and I think it was really amazing for our parents and our families to see how we have and continue to try to connect with other Lao people, and particularly other Lao women. And so that was the retreat in Rochester. And that was just one short weekend, but how nourishing it was for our souls and our bodies. It's really immeasurable. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you all of the things that were in our gift bags and just personally shout out all of our sponsors and thank all of our sponsors for donating their gifts, right? So first off, I want to say is that all of our sponsors are Lao women. and Lao women-owned businesses. Yes, that is a thing. And so it is really just embodying how LAOboratory is becoming an ecosystem of Lao women, everything that we have to offer and everything that we want. So the first thing is, you might see it burning in the background already, but magic sticks, incense, these are made by my girl Jennifer. These are all natural. This is Abundance, probably my favorite so far. Definitely check these out. And then we have CBD gummies by Savan Wellness, my girl Sisamon. And if you don't know, Savan in Lao means heaven. So once you taste one of these, that's how you're going to feel. The next thing that we have is, I'm actually wearing it. So you might see here, it's a necklace with a like sunburst charm. So these are made by Boxe Jewelry. My girl Lottie, thank you so much. The next thing is, these are really, really cute. I already had some people ask me about these. So these are mini decorative huats, right? That's how you say it, huat, right? And also a little sriracha milk chocolates. These are from South Eats company, e-commerce company owned by my girl Mina. And then this is like a whole bag, gift bag in and of itself. These are from Epione Wellness, which is a wellness center that is owned by Dr. Francis. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew a Lao woman doctor. What? So this is a hot and cold pack, right? There is a personal safety alarm. There are other wellness goodies, like this is an oil and some biofreeze samples, and then of course this is hand sanitizer. So thank you to Dr. Francis for making this whole gift bag for us, really. Thank you. Not only that, she treated me to chiropractic and acupuncture when I was there. So definitely, if you're in New York City, go and see Dr. Francis. And then this, very, very exciting as well. This is a bottle of wine called Basi. So Basi is a very essential and important ceremony to the Lao people. So this is a wine that's actually made by the organization Lao Upstate New York, and it's a Riesling that's designed to go with Lao food. And this design, if you see it, it's a pakwan, and the artist is our boy Chantala out of Chicago. So these were all of the goodies that were in our gift bag. So thank you again. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for donating their products and services and love. Really, all of these women not only gave physical gifts, but they really affirmed what we have been doing as a collective. So that was just our, recap of our weekend summer retreat here stateside. And the next thing that I want to talk about is what I'm very, very excited about, and I've been putting most of my time and energy towards, is the retreat in Laos. So if you've been following me on social media, or if you know me personally, I am planning a retreat in Laos. It's going to take place January 13th to the 19th. And it's going to be in two cities. It's going to be in Luang Prabang and Sayabuli, two provinces. And it is going to be for a group of up to 14 women who would like to go back to Laos as a group. And so I want to talk a little bit about how this trip came to be. So I have been to Laos once. I went in 2017, and I went by myself because it was a, an, a longing in me that I had had for years. And I couldn't wait for my parents anymore. You know, my parents didn't really prioritize going back together as a family. And so once I became a teacher of students who are immigrants, they basically called me out for being, disconnected to my culture. And so I I had to go. And so I went in 2017. I went by myself and went and met up with cousins and people that I knew from Facebook, and it was really a test of my own chops, I guess, right? I wanted to see what I could do as an individual in terms of language, in terms of identity and culture, and just see what it would be like for me as a Lao diaspora person who grew up for 30 something years in the US. What would it be like for me to return to my motherland? And so I did, and I had an amazing experience, lots of stories to tell and share, and I do often. And so one of my friends remarked that she also wanted to go back in a similar way. Like, she didn't want to go back with her parents, right? She didn't want to go back with her family and have to be dependent on them. She wanted to go with her own perspective and her own lens, but also with support. It is a big deal. It is a big it's a big trip. It's not really a vacation. Let's put it that way. It's a mission. That's how I see it, right? People have curiosities, they have questions, they want to know, they want to see, they want to smell, and it's a emotional burden. And I know that when I was there, I saw things and met people that really struck me emotionally. I met my grandpa, who is estranged from my family for decades and lived in, the outskirts of Thailand. And my dad encouraged me to go meet this man. And I was very emotional the whole time. And I didn't even have anybody that I could really unleash those feelings and emotions to in English, because English is my dominant language. I can express how I feel now, but it's not with the same nuance and not with the same depth and complexity that I can in English. And so I didn't have another person that I could turn to in these moments. I couldn't even get on the phone and talk to people in the US because of the time difference. And so those are things that I reflect on and think about, especially as I am planning this trip. And so I'm thinking about people, women who have gone back, who have never gone back, who want to go back in a specific way among community, and use and rely on one another to navigate a place that seems familiar, but ultimately it's a foreign place to many of us, just in the fact that we haven't stepped foot there. But I believe that together, right, we can really move past those discomforts. The retreat is going to be 6 nights. It is going to be 4 nights at the Nam Khan Eco Lodge in Luang Prabang, where we'll be glamping along the Nam Khan River. And there we will be able to do things like take cooking classes and explore the farm on the property. We'll be able to take excursions out to waterfalls and do a temple tour. We will also participate in the almsgiving ceremony that is really what Luang Prabang is known for. We will also participate in workshops with one another and guest facilitators who will be there. We're hoping to also collaborate with some other organizations so that we can co-learn and congregate with them when we're there. And then the last 2 nights, we're going to be going to Sayabuli and staying at the Elephant Conservation Center, which is a large conservation center for elephants located right on the Nam Tien Lake. And there we will be staying in bungalows, and we're going to be taking care of elephants. We're going to spend time learning about elephants. We're going to feed them, we're going to bathe them, we're going to walk with them, and really get to know these amazing creatures that are emblematic of Laos and the history of Laos and the Lao people. So it's going to be really amazing. It's going to be really, really special. And I decided to change the group size. It was originally 20 people, and 20 just became a little hard to manage. So I decided to change it to 14 people. So the retreat sales are about to open. If you are a member, you can go ahead and register now. It's a $300 deposit, and then the remaining balance is going to be divided into 4 payments. So it's $1,100 total if you are a LAOboratory member, either from spring or if you're an incoming member for fall 23. If you are not a LAOboratory member but still want to come on the trip, you're more than welcome. It's going to be $1,300 for general admission, and same $300 deposit, which is due up front, and then the rest of the balance is also going to be divided into 4 payments. So the deposit is going to be due by August 1st. So if you're interested in going, make sure you got your deposit of $300 all ready to go. Get your spot by August 1st, and then you'll also automatically be enrolled into the payment plan. And so you'll get a notification to make your remaining payments by December 1st. I think retreats are so important because we don't often take the time or enough time to just tune into ourselves. And I have been privileged to already attend 2 retreats this year. So I went on a retreat in early June with My True Wellness and my girl Sue's company. We were in Joshua Tree and able to enjoy nature and healthy food and a pool and be around like-minded, intentional, inspired, curious women. 10 of the 12 who were also Lao women as well. And then I just attended our LAOboratory retreat in Rochester, and now I'm looking forward to January, where we're going to take a similarly inspired group of women to go and be situated in our motherland and participate in a lot of intentional activities and have time to just reflect on what that means for us, what it means for us as women, as Lao women, as Lao diaspora women, because we are in a really crucial place and we have a lot that we can share with the world if only we take that time to listen to what it is that we are feeling and that we want, so that we can be clear in telling the world. All right, I want to thank you all for tuning in again to not only spend time with me and hear me talk, but just to hear about the things we've been doing, how we've been building with other Lao women and our allies and friends, and what a beautiful thing it's becoming. So if you want to be a part of an amazing group of Lao women, Lao diaspora women, I encourage you to reach out. Go to our website. It is www.LAOboratory, that's LAOboratory.com. There you can check out peer coaching. Peer coaching applications are still currently open, and I'm really excited to say that we might have 2 cohorts for the fall. So definitely check out peer coaching, check out our Laos retreat and all the details about that, including the payment plan and cancellation policies. And also check out our podcast, check out our YouTube channel and see some of the other episodes that we've already created. And if you want to support our content creation or support our ventures for Laos in the Laos retreat, go ahead and hit the links below and go to our coffee page and feel free to make a donation. So all of those funds are going to be used for LAOboratory content creation and go towards our retreat. So thank you all for coming again and spending time with us. Satu. Kapjai.